One Piece has become near synonymous with the idea of the never-ending story. However, even timeless journeys like the Straw Hats must eventually come to an end, and it wasn't too long ago that the series would get an actual goal. Once the Straw Hats found the giant elephant island of Zo, they discovered the means of finding the final island, Laugh Tale. Find 4 red poneglyphs known as the Road Poneglyphs. By reading the information on them, one would be able to identify the exact location of Laugh Tale and, thus, the One Piece. The location of 3 have already been revealed, one on Zo, another on Whole Cake Island, and a third on Wano. But fans are still waiting to discover where the last one is. But before we start this video, please smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and click notification bell, or you will miss future anime videos. Is being guarded by the Marines. The world government and the Marines have some of the highest stakes regarding the race to the Pirate King's throne. They already have their hands full with the Great Pirate Era that Gold D. Roger started, and have been worse for wear after Whitebeard's proclamation. If fan theories are to be believed, and Laugh Tale and the One Piece do have some kind of weapon or incriminating information against the world government, then finding them wouldn't just inspire a new generation of pirates, but also threaten the status quo of the powers that be. Knowing this, it would make sense that the world government and the Marines would do everything in their power to keep people from finding Laugh Tale, including finding one of the Road Poneglyphs themselves and hiding it away in some vault. Geoise is the capital of the world government and is the homeland to the Celestial Dragons. Since the One Piece is both a great treasure as well as a massive threat to their authority, it's likely that the world nobles themselves would want to keep a piece of the puzzle to themselves. The secret of the Void Century and the missing country do directly relate to them, and if there is some dirt on the Poneglyphs and within Laugh Tale, they'd want to keep every piece of information as close to them as possible. This means hiding it from every outsider possible, including the rulers of the other kingdoms and even the Marines. Fishman Island. During Kazuki Oden's backstory, it was revealed that the missing Road Poneglyph was once on Fishman Island, right next to Joy Boy's message. However, given that the Road Poneglyph wasn't there when the Straw Hats arrived, it was likely taken or moved. Given that Fishman Island has plenty of ancient secrets beneath its belt, such as the Tama Tobacco and Noah, it would make sense that the Ryugu Kingdom would also try to hide and protect the last Road Poneglyph, especially given the sudden rise of pirates during the Great Pirate Era. This could give greater importance and attention towards the Fishman, especially if it ties to Madame Shirley's prediction about Luffy. Sphinx Island. Whitebeard was one of Gold D. Roger's closest peers and someone he could likely trust to guard the last Road Poneglyph. The two did have a heartfelt conversation before Roger's arrest, where the newly crowned king apparently revealed the story of the will of D. Roger could have told Newgate at time about the One Piece and entrusted him to protect the last Poneglyph. Whitebeard before was also the protector of Fishman Island, the Poneglyph's prior known location. It makes sense that Whitebeard himself, waiting and judging for the next true king, would have protected the Road Poneglyph and maybe even hid it within his secret village on Sphinx. Elbaf. Much like Wano, Elbaf is another powerful country within the world of One Piece that the story has been teasing for ages. The Straw Hats may likely visit the land of giants soon, and, for the sake of narrative efficiency, may coincidentally find the last Road Poneglyph there, either because Roger entrusted it to them, or because they found it themselves. The giants would be ideal protectors for the last Road Poneglyph. Besides Mother Caramel's seemingly defunct camp, Elbaf doesn't have any known connections to the world government, and if anyone did learn that they were keeping the final clue to Laugh Tale, few people would jump to take it from them. With Captain John's treasure. Captain John initially debuted as one of the General Zombies on Thriller Bark, whose famous treasure has been Buggy the Clown's main goal since entering the Grand Line. He was apparently one of the legendary names under the Rock's pirates, and had quite a propensity for greed, keeping the mass treasure to himself and eventually getting killed by his own crew for it. It would be interesting if the great treasure that he coveted so much included the missing road Poneglyph. This would add as to why Buggy, the only member of the Roger Pirates to not go to Laugh Tale personally, would want to hunt down John's treasure so badly. God Valley. Another possibility may be the lost island of God Valley. In chapter 957, we learn of the Rock's pirates' attempted violent coup on the island of God Valley, where Rock's DZ Beck targeted a group of celestial dragons. The current story saga has largely been focused on Big Mom and Kaido. While I still believe Big Mom is likely to play a prominent role in the Elbaf story arc, it would make sense for the final leg of Luffy's voyage to focus on Shanks and Blackbeard, the two emperors more closely intertwined with the series' central narrative. God Valley was wiped from the map, yet Oda chose to reveal only the island silhouette. The fact that he chose to obfuscate God Valley's appearance implies it may be a future destination for the Straw Hats. It's possible the island was wiped from the maps following a Buster Call, but this does not mean it was sunk entirely into the sea. With Blackbeard, given his status as the series' main villain, it would be appropriate if Marshal D. Teach had already found the last road Poneglyph and would have to protect it in a grand battle against the Straw Hats. Blackbeard does seem to be aware of the will of D and Roger's legacy, which could have given him some clue as to where the Poneglyph was. And if Whitebeard was protecting the road Poneglyph, Blackbeard would have likely also found it when he was claiming Whitebeard's islands as his own. Keeping it on some hidden location, or personally protecting it on Hachinosu, Blackbeard may really be Luffy's final test before earning the title of King of the Pirates. Lodestar Island. Lodestar is the final island on the log path. When the Straw Hats first enter the Grand Line in chapter 105, Crocus tells them that the final island is the point where the log paths converge. Inuarashi and Nekomamushi later tell the Straw Hat Pirates that the end of the line is not the end of the line, that the point where the paths converge and the final island are distinct. The Straw Hats instead need to follow the path charted by the road Poneglyphs to reach Laugh Tale. Nami questions Inuarashi and brings up the earlier statements made by Crocus. Inuarashi tells Nami that by learning of the road Poneglyphs, they have no need to visit Lodestar beyond personal desire. At the same time, he says Crocus would not have intentionally misled the Straw Hats if he did not dislike them. Crocus was present for the discovery of One Piece, so he certainly did not mistake Lodestar Island for Laugh Tale. This implies there is some reason yet remaining for the Straw Hats to follow the log post path to its end. If Shanks or Whitebeard moved the last road Poneglyph to Lodestar, Crocus' words could be a hint. With Shanks, as one of the most active, powerful pirates around, and possibly even Roger's own successor, red-haired Shanks could currently be protecting the last road Poneglyph. Shanks does have prior knowledge of its location, and may very well be the person who moved it long ago. He's also one of the most peaceful and pragmatic characters in the series, meaning that he'd be the ideal person to guard the Poneglyph from both power, hungry nobles, and greedy pirates. This would put the red-haired pirates at the center of the major conflicts to come, especially when it comes to Luffy finally meeting Shanks again, and, possibly even more importantly, Shanks' long-awaited battle with Blackbeard.